Hello everyone, welcome back to the Fetch Quest podcast where we talk about video games and more. I am your host Guy, joined by my fellow co-host, Brewer.
Hey everybody.
Connor.
Hello!
And Liam.
Hello.
3,
Wait, what was that?
2,
What the hell?
1, go!
What? Oh, ah!
Oh, fuck! Liam, what'd you do that for?
I don't know. I just have this sudden urge to smash my bros.
Whoa, what the? Oh!
Whoa! Liam, I see what you mean. I want to fight!
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh!
Guys, let's just calm down.
Yeah, let's talk this out.
Yeah, with our fist? Ow! Fuck! Ow! Ow.
That'll shut him up. Now, what are we talking about?
That was the ultimate smashing.
Okay, this joke has been ran into the ground enough. Let's just start the episode.
Okay, if you couldn't tell by the shitty intro, we're going to be talking about Super Smash Bros., specifically Smash Bros. Ultimate. What do we love about the game? What do we hate about the game? And why is it so important to each and every one of us? All talked about in today's episode. Boys! Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, yay!
Yay!
I love this game.
Yeah, no, doing this episode is certainly a way to start off the year.
Yeah, going out with a fucking bang, that's for sure.
I wouldn't say going out, I mean starting off.
Well,
year
start,
with a
okay,
bang.
yeah, sorry, hold up. I wrong phrasing. Starting out with a bang.
All right, Mr. English Major.
English major made a
Kill
mistake.
yourself.
Alright, but yeah,
Oh my
no,
God.
this is a very important game to all of us, and so I think it's only right that we start the new year talking about one of our favorite games. So,
Oh yeah,
I
Smash.
think we should explain what Smash Ultimate is to the 5 people who don't know what it is.
Smash Bros. Ultimate is pretty much the culmination of decades of video games coming together, mostly from Nintendo, but a good amount of second-party and third-party IPs as well, coming together into a platform fighter of the ages, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's the best-selling fighting game of all time. As of this recording, standing at about 35 million copies.
Which is insane.
Which is insane.
If you own a Switch, you probably own Smash Ultimate.
Unless you only have it for Netflix and YouTube, which if you do,
I don't think Netflix is on the Switch.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, they took it off. They took it off.
No, I mean, I don't think it's ever been on there. They had it on the Wii U. They just never put it on the Switch for some reason.
Taking back to the days of the Wii U.
We do live in an
No,
age where
I'm being
the
so
best...
deadass. I'm being so deadass. Netflix was on Switch.
Dude, I'm pretty sure you're wrong on that.
No, I want to fact check right now.
I'm looking on all the sources right now, and I'm pretty sure it says you're wrong. I think the only way you could have actually done it is when like you used to be able to like get to the web browser, I think through Twitter or something, when that used to be a feature on the Switch.
Yeah.
And you could maybe access Netflix through that, but I'm not completely sure if that's even possible.
Yeah, I'm looking at a thing.
Wait,
saying-
am I insane?
You
Yeah.
gaslit yourself, Guy.
We're
What
insane.
great way to start off the year in the episode.
Guy gaslighting himself.
Holy shit.
He goes 5 minutes without his Street Fighter gameplay and he just loses it.
Bro, I got dementia. I don't know about y'all. Holy shit.
Yeah, we mentioned that in the creepypasta recording.
I'm probably... Okay, I know what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Netflix on the Wii U.
Yeah, no, we said that.
I know... Okay. I know. I'm sorry, Brewer. You're right. Fuck.
Okay, let's.
That's okay, Guy. You're one of the only, like, 10 people, including me, that had a Wii U. So, I mean...
Hey, I was one of those 10 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and actually start talking about Smash Ultimate instead of Guy being wrong, even though I love talking about Guy being wrong.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, but where would we even start with Smash Ultimate? Because, like... it's fucking Smash. Like, what do we even say about it? Yeah, dude, I don't care what anyone says about the Smash roster. Like, sure, there's a couple stinkers here and there, maybe, but like, dude, it's a fantastic roster.
89 characters. You were about to say 82. Well,
Yeah,
I
no,
was about to
we
say,
have
there
the
are a
Echo
few of them
Fighters
that are just the
sitting right
exact
there,
same.
along with Dr. Mario. Yeah, we're not gonna argue on that one yet. Maybe later.
No, they're completely different characters. Yeah.
Similar enough movesets. Like,
Yeah,
look,
no, actually.
you guys done competitive, so obviously there's
No,
all
they are
differences.
completely different.
But for a casual fan, no, there is not.
Down
a
air.
shittier up B, that's for sure.
all right. Let's move on before we start grabbing each other at the throats.
Now
Dr.
Brewer has
Mario is-
dementia.
Yeah, no. Disagreeing does not mean someone has dementia.
Yeah. Forgetting that the Switch never had Netflix is dementia. Brewers just has a different opinion. But
It's not an opinion.
all right.
That is an opinion.
All right.
'Cause I'm pretty sure there's a very large player base that would agree with me that Dr. Mario is like at least very similar. Like, yeah, there's a different down B. The up B works differently too. But it's not like he's a completely different character.
Yeah.
All right.
What about side B?
Yeah, very different.
We could have this argument later. Let's get into the parts of the roster we love.
Brewer, you're trying to
But yeah,
argue
no, that's
with
just
competitive players. Yeah, this is like a nice dichotomy we have going on. We've got the two casuals with me and Brewer, and then we've got the two competitive players with Guy and Liam.
Yeah, I mean, I do
Same
think this
here.
at least gives.
Yeah.
I do think this at least gives us some interesting perspectives
Mhm.
because, like, the way casual fans view Smash versus competitive players is very different, especially with our little conversation there. Movesets, which characters they actually like.
Yeah, but
I
yeah.
like Minecraft Steve being in as like a character. As for his moveset and what he's capable of,
Yeah, but speaking of characters we like, what characters in the game do we like so much that we've decided to make them the main character we play? And Liam's also Italian. Yeah, no, I definitely see the appeal to Mario. I've just never been a big combo guy. I've always been a hit you so hard that you just die kind of guy, at least when it comes to Smash. Which is why that for most of my Smash play, like as long as I've played Smash, I've usually always had a heavy as my main, and the character that I've mained for the longest is K. Rool, King K. Rool himself.
He's so much fun.
Yeah, he sucks. He is definitely one of the worst characters in the game, but by God, is he fun to play.
do you guys
Look, as long
remember
as you're
like?
having fun, it's fine.
Do you
Yeah,
guys remember like the 2-week period when like Smash Ultimate launched where people thought K. Rool was top tier?
yeah, because of sucking cuck.
Yeah, only to quickly be like, damn, he sucks ass.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know what I mean with sucking cuck, it's a move you can do with K. Rool's neutral B, which you just press the B button to use, is a cannonball. But if you hold it after you fire the cannonball, you can suck in like air, and including players. And so for at the very beginning, there's a very big phase where K. Rool players would get close to the ledge and people would get on the ledge because they try to edge guard you, but then you just suck them in, shoot them at the stage, and they wouldn't be able to recover, and it became the move known as suck and cuck.
The thing is that like people like this was very early Ultimate where they like people didn't know how to like counterplay it, so it became really common strategy for like all the wrong reasons. It was so funny.
It's
Yeah.
also Smash Ultimate is an online game, but Smash Ultimate Online is
We'll get into Smash Online later, but yeah.
We'll get into that later.
We're
Yeah.
gonna
It's,
start with
like-
positives.
Smash Ultimate Online is a thing. That's all I will say.
thing,
And
but-
Certainly
Cable was
exists.
able to take full advantage of that.
But the reason I like K-Rool so much is that I'm not even like, well, I am a fan of Donkey Kong, but I've never played any of the older Donkey Kong games. But when I saw the reveal trailer for him, he just looked so fun, and his entire moveset is really fun. Like a lot of his moves have armor, so you can just sort of like say fuck you to anyone who tries to hit you sometimes. His counter is really funny. He's got some really quirky specials. And I just think, and it's just so satisfying having 2 spikes on a character, because it just means you get to kill them at like 40 if you hit the spike right.
Yeah,
But
no. K-Rool is definitely one of the like more fun heavies in my opinion. Actually, to be fair, most of the heavies are really fun. Except for like Piranha Plant and some others,
Ganondorf.
but like
Hey, I'll have you know
Ganondorf's
that
fun.
I mained Piranha Plant for a short time.
Ganondorf is fun when you're on stage and not fun when you're off stage.
He's fun when you're not getting
Real-
hit and you get hit once and you just never get to have fun again.
Yep, that's how you play
Look,
Ganondorf.
this is my like this is quote me on this because I'm the one who made this. All I'm saying is it only becomes a losing matchup when you get hit. Just saying.
All I'm saying is just Ganondorf is fun for the reasons if you win, you're like, damn, I beat you with Ganondorf. If you lose, bro, I was playing Ganondorf.
Isn't that like the time you beat who did you beat?
Oh, I beat guys Kazuya with Little Mac.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
god, yeah.
I perfect parried and then hit him with the neutral B. KO
Little
punch. It
Mac's
was
also a really funny character, but like that's kind of a distinction I want to make. Like that, like even though these like characters we're not like saying in high regards, they're still a lot of fun, like a fuck
Yeah.
ton of fun.
Little Mac is really fun to play.
Yeah, what I will say is that something I really like about Smash is that a lot of the characters feel very different to play. And you've got you've obviously got Echo Fighters, which play essentially the exact same as their, as their
Yeah,
original.
in most cases.
Yeah, in most cases. But I do still really like just how unique a lot of different characters feel. Like you will not have the same experience playing Bowser as you will like K-Rool or DDD, even though they're both still heavies. Like I think that's just such a cool way they've designed it. And some people will say some characters are poorly designed, but I still think just in general this game has got a really good design.
Yeah, I mean, for a roster with 89 fucking playable characters, I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, no,
Especially considering it's 89 and it wasn't in the era of like sprite fighting games where like, let's say Marvel vs. Capcom 2, that one had a large roster as well, where they would literally just pull the sprites and animations from other arcade games at the time
yeah.
and retool them. I mean, that still took a lot of work, but it's not the same as having to make models for all these characters, because even Echo Fighters still have a lot of work.
Yeah, and they
put
each
into
have
them.
like, their own different like quirks and like animation differences too. Like Samus and Dark Samus I think is a good example, where Dark Samus is always floating and it's got this sort of like energy sort of thing with her. So I there's just always that amount of effort that goes into, because they're not really just any palette swaps. They've got differences, and I really appreciate that.
No, it's really cool because like even though like it's still like pretty argued today whether or not some characters deserve like different movesets or whatnot, like to be modern, and some of them I completely agree with, like Ganondorf, but like there's
And,
some
like,
of them that are just
Sonic.
like
Yeah,
or Sonic, yeah.
I was about to say, as a big Sonic fan, I hate how Sonic is in Smash. He is so lame.
He is the worst designed character in the game, in my opinion. I
think
people can say Steve.
competitively and also
No,
like
not
series representation wise, he is terrible. in, like, both
competitively,
ends.
casually, like everything. He's a poor representation of the character,
Exactly.
and I am now like being more into the Sonic franchise. Thank you, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I'm just disappointed at what could have been a like really cool character moveset.
Yeah. Well, I know.
But even then, they're still fun to be had. Like, even if it's not like the most engaging or like it's not reference wise, it might not even be the best. That doesn't mean it's not like fun. Like here's a good example. Ganondorf, I think, has a horribly misrepresented moveset, and because Ganondorf shared a very similar moveset to Captain Falcon in Melee, and Melee was notoriously rushed. However, when adapting Ganondorf in future titles, they didn't update his moveset with because of the added resources and time. They just kept the same idea of the Captain Falcon clone. But the thing is, though, is that Ganondorf is still a lot of fun to play. So
Yeah.
it's a double-edged sword in that sense. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. As a big fan of the Zelda series, I would like them to actually give.
There's so much they
Ganondorf a
could
unique
do
moveset.
with
Exactly.
Ocarina, Twilight Princess, now Tears of the Kingdom.
I think Smash has just made people forget that Ganondorf is canonically a sorcerer who can use magic and fly.
There's a lot. I've always said that if they make another Smash game, this focus was on having every single character they've ever had in a Smash game in this one. I want the next one to be we're overhauling movesets, because
to be actual representation.
Characters change over time, and sometimes movesets need to update with them. Like in this game, we got Breath of the Wild Link, which gave us a new move with his down B turning into
Remote Bomb,
Remote Bomb. But then characters like Mario haven't had a new move since Brawl.
Yeah, I mean, Link's case is Arya. Maybe it's a bit easier because there's two other Links. I mean, there's also another there's also another Mario. But again, don't want to get into that conversation again.
It's a thing of it's a legacy character, but it's a game that should be evolving, and there's very cool reference stuff you could have. They added a Cappy taunt, but I feel like Cappy could have been incorporated into a special, and it would have been
Yeah,
cool.
imagine if they made Cappy a command grab that lets you control the opponent or something, and you have to mash out of it.
That would be absolutely toxic.
Also, mashing is my least favorite mechanic in Smash Brothers.
Well, maybe not mashing, but have some way to break out of it. But
I don't know. Either way, some of the older fighters could definitely get a rehauling on their movesets and design. But I think the problem is, at least with Sakurai's vision and a lot of the team for Smash, once they have a character in Smash, since some people may like the moveset of the older characters, they don't want to change it up too much. They'll every now and then do little tweaks, maybe on appearance, like Zelda getting more of a Skyward Sword look than Twilight Princess, Ganondorf getting his Smash attack changed, but nothing ever too major to make him different from games that passed, even if it would significantly help them.
I've just gotta. I want to be that guy, but it was not. Zelda did not become more Skyward Sword.
Link Between Worlds. My mistake.
Yeah, no. You're fine.
It isn't exactly copying. I think you said it's more inspired.
Zelda in Skyward Sword is the most different Zelda has ever looked.
Yeah, but
Liam really pulling out the nerd glasses on that one. Holy shit!
I love Skyward Sword, so I'm gonna be that guy.
Yeah, but again, just it's insane. Because there are times where I feel like they definitely should change movesets. I mean, we already brought up Sonic, but there are a bunch of other characters. I feel like a lot of the Fire Emblem characters really struggle with not having their own identity sometimes. I mean, I always forget that Chrom and Ike are in the game just because I feel less so Ike, but with Chrom, he very much doesn't feel like he has his own identity when it comes to his moveset.
I mean, at least in
Yeah.
Crom's case, he was an Echo Fighter, not a full-fledged one. So, it's still weird.
The thing with Crom though is that he's like a mashup of all the Fire Emblem characters, which I feel like makes it worse.
Yeah, no,
It's weird the
Crom
way they
is
treat
weird,
Echo
'cause, like, he doesn't.
Fighters. Because like sometimes they have it to where either like the moveset's completely the same, you're not allowed to change the specials, but then they have other cases where like they'll change it up. It's weird. It's never consistent.
I don't like the Echo Fighter system as well. Like I've had my grievances with this for a while because like when I imagine an Echo Fighter, I imagine someone who has like a near identical moveset, and then there are some characters that they classify as Echo Fighters when they are completely different. My main two examples I'm going to be bringing up are Crom and Roy and Ken and Ryu. They are
Yeah, no,
so
those are fair.
different,
I
it's
think the
insane.
things it is the way they classify Echo Fighters is usually if just the fucking specials are like mostly the same. The only reason I think Crom is an exception is because his other specials come from other Fire Emblem characters in the series.
Yeah, he was just
Which
kind
is
of like
fair, yeah.
I guess he was just like the closest.
Yeah,
to-
whereas for like, and I know we're gonna argue about this again, Dr. Mario, like his down B. Actually, wait, no, fucking Luigi has it.
Actually, Dr. Mario is not classified as a Echo Fighter.
No, he's not an Echo Fighter. I'm saying like, whereas in Dr. Mario's case, he's not classified as an Echo Fighter, even though he has a very similar moveset.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, but I feel like the Echo Fighter like idea was a very missed potential because I will say that
You wanted Shadow the Hedgehog, didn't you?
no, I'm saying like just as a premise, like we only got like what I want to say 5 Echo Fighters in the game.
We have
Yeah, I
like
think-
7, I think, but like that's with an asterisk because, again, like we said, there are some Echo Fighters that should not be counted as Echo Fighters, and then there are
Yeah.
some that have the exact same moveset.
That are some, I'd argue, playable characters that should be classified as Echo Fighters.
Yeah, I'm just really surprised how Nintendo never like came out with like an Echo Fighter pass or something like that. Like I feel like that was so down their alley to do, but they just never did something like that.
Yeah, that would be nice if they just had like some surprise free updates that had like an Echo Fighter for like some that was coming up. Like let's say, God, when did Splatoon 2 Octo expansion release?
Like 2018, 2019.
Okay, wait, yeah, it's before Smash. Either way, like maybe leading up to Splatoon 3, they I don't know, had an Echo Fighter for the Octoling or something.
Yeah, I'm surprised we never got an Octoling character.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason they wouldn't do it as an Echo Fighter is because there would be a lot more color palettes to deal with in 8-player Smash. So maybe, hopefully, maybe in the next Smash game,
Yeah,
maybe they'd have like four alts be Inkling, 4 alts be Octoling, because I'd really like Octoling representation.
yeah, but I feel like we've been going on way for a good bit on the roster. So let's talk about like other aspects of the
Actually,
game.
now that I think about it, before we move on, me and Guy didn't even get to mention our.
Oh right,
Awesome.
yeah.
More-
like,
We
We
guys-
got it.
favorites.
We went on a very large tangent, so let's
Yeah.
get these other characters out.
Yeah,
I will make mine short and sweet. I play Joker. I played him when he initially came out on like day 1 for DLC. Fell in love with him. Smash Joker is actually the reason why I fell in love with Persona. He introduced me to the series. Love the character, love the way he moves, I love how his projectiles work, how his aerials work, I love the Arsene mechanic. Just a fun character overall. So he's so sick.
don't let his lies fool you. He is a tier whore.
Funnily enough, though, I'm about to say some of the same things as Guy. So, like, instead of Connor being my clone, Guy's about to. Guy is my clone.
Oh, we have to keep the joke. We have to keep the joke in.
No. Here's the thing. You're my persona. I'm a wild card, so Guy is also my persona.
Wait, he's
Hell
so
yeah.
Ju-
right.
but instead, he's the one I use as fusion fodder because I don't like him as much.
Yeah,
But he has a couple useful skills, so I keep resummoning him from the Velvet Room.
true.
Yeah, either way, I do really love Joker, but before Joker came out, I played a lot of Incineroar, which is kind of funny because I didn't like Incineroar as a starter in Pokemon Sun and Moon. That and like sort of like Wolfie for like any VGC players out there. Don't like Incineroar, but used him because he was fun and like good. Well, maybe not Smash good, but he was fun at least.
I really thought it was gonna be Decidueye. whenever they
I
were
feel
like,
like it would have been good if it's Decidueye too. Like, I think Incineroar is now obviously more iconic, at least in Pokemon, because of his roles in anime. That and also VGC, he's a fucking tier whore. But yeah, I love Decidueye a lot more as someone who chose Rowlet in Sun and Moon. Then I feel like it would have been nice if we had Charizard for fire, we had Greninja for a water starter, or at least fully evolved one, and then Decidueye as a fully evolved grass starter.
I feel like the reason they didn't do that is like I feel like Incineroar
it
might have.
comes down to moveset probably.
Yeah, that was what.
Yeah, I think it would have been harder for him to make like an Archer out of Decidueye. That and like I think Sakurai
It
just
would have been
wanted
okay.
to have more fun with Incineroar.
It was eventually gonna come out, but in Rivals 2, they did the Archer character very well,
Yeah.
and so I
Feel-
think it
feel
could have
if-
worked. It's just like a matter of. Also, he's awesome in Smash, though. I'm not saying he shouldn't be in there. It would have just. I preferred Decidueye.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
I
would've
picked
preferred
Rowlet.
Decidueye.
I picked Rowlet in Arceus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only Sun and Moon starter I wouldn't have wanted is Primarina, just because that would have been weird.
Yeah. I mean, they could. I feel like they could have made it work, sort of like I don't know. It could have worked, but I do really.
I mean, we've had some bipedal mons, but we haven't had like fish for legs.
A legless character at all.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Bowser Jr.
I knew you were about to say Bowser Jr. God damn it.
Okay, all I'm saying though is, does Primarina have a little go-kart it moves around in?
No, but it's kind of real that.
Imagine they gave it like a little surfboard and that's how it moved around.
Well, I was gonna say,
that'd be kind of cool.
It constantly used to move surf just to move.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. It could be like sort of like how
like
the
Squirtle.
yeah, or like how the Inklings when they like run, they go into the ink and stuff.
Maybe either way, Decidueye is better. So case closed.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But
we should
some-
definitely.
One last
move-
thing I was wanting to.
Okay, go
Sorry.
for it, Connor. No,
I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to. No, go. I'll stop talking.
But one last thing I was wanting to say on the roster is that I just really like how much representation there is in the game, from like, and this goes even further into like the Mii fighters where you've got stuff like and actually I don't think Shovel Knight has a Mii character.
It's
But,
a damn
like,
shame.
Yeah, but like you've got Shantae, you've got Cuphead, you've got fucking Sans from Undertale as a Mii costume. Like, I just really like how much representation there is for just games as a whole in the game itself. Like, you've got, you've obviously got Pokemon, Mario, stuff like that. But you've also got like more niche franchises like Xenoblade, Pikmin, just a bunch of other like franchises like that in there. And so it's just really nice to see the amount of representation we get.
Yeah, I think with Smash's roster, like, well, it could be argued there's like we were mentioning before, maybe overhauls and movesets, that and some characters that weren't designed well. I think they've done a very good job just representing gaming, because it used to be just Nintendo, but now it's become like kind of a celebration of gaming. It still has like, there's a lot of characters people want in the game. Like, I know a lot of people were wanting Dante, and then Byleth got revealed. Damn shame.
It was a shame.
But
yeah.
it's still a fantastic roster overall. And I like the point Connor brought up. A lot of niche series have been brought into the limelight as well, because before everyone hated Fire Emblem and didn't know them. I mean, Fire Emblem was added in like Melee's roster, and it brought a lot of eyes to the series. Xenoblade as well, because like not a lot of people bought it on Wii, even with the success of Operation Rainfall. Like, it brought a lot of attention to the series and now it's a very big it's a very big part of Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like, it sold like millions of copies now. It's helped the series out a lot.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more examples we can go off on as well.
Yeah, and I'll probably mention this later, but I really don't think I would have played some of the games I've played today if it weren't for Smash, but we can bring that up later.
Well, yeah, for sure.
I mean, me and Guy with Persona 5.
Yeah, but let's talk about, what do we want to talk about?
I want to talk about the optional modes.
I was going to
away
say
from
before
the
that, we've mentioned it's a platform fighter, but I don't think we've exactly explained and distinguished what makes it so different from other fighting games, and how it was like just, especially Smash 64, it was very unique for its time, and there hasn't been a lot that's matched it as well, at least in terms of popularity. I mean, there's some other great games out there that have came out, like Rivals of Aether and then its sequel, Rivals of Aether 2. But then there's maybe some iffier ones like Multiversus and Nickelodeon All Stars.
They just
Yeah.
they can't capture that. They try to capture the wrong part of what made Smash Bros good. They're like, ooh, it was just the characters that made it good. But no, it's because Nintendo realizes that they need to put a lot into their game to make it a good game. You can go into any aspect of the game and there are so many differences. The smash attacks for every single character have a different sound effect. Not like they're like in groups, but like if you play Kirby and if you play Marth, when you're charging a smash attack, it's gonna have a different sound.
Yeah, well, I think beyond like Nintendo's devotion to quality, I think just like Sakurai as a director for Smash for all the games, like his passion has been what's made Smash as great as it is. Because while his like ideals aren't always the greatest, especially when it comes to like story cutscenes, because the take he had from Brawl was, I'm sorry, it's terrible. But even then, Smash wouldn't be what it is without Sakurai.
Elaborate on the Brawl thing.
Oh yeah. So Brawl had like probably the biggest story mode of any Smash game, and by that I mean the other ones didn't have a story mode, and Ultimates is like, I guess it's I. Yeah, and part of the reason we didn't get like, it was called Subspace Emissary, and it was this great little adventure. You journey through a bunch of different worlds in Nintendo, maybe even some third-party ones as well. You had a bunch of different characters to play as, and they all had like cutscenes of them interacting in really interesting ways. And Sakurai he took that down, or he didn't do it in Smash 4, and then didn't do it subsequently in Smash Ultimate, because he saw people re-uploading the cutscenes on YouTube, and because he sees the cutscenes as a reward in the game, he didn't want to do it again because people were trying to get the reward by just looking the cutscenes up online, which there are so many reasons I disagree with that take.
I'm pretty sure for Smash Ultimate, wasn't he planning to do a sort of have a lot of cutscenes like Subspace, but they got leaked, and so he was just like, well, no.
No, I don't think there's. I mean, Smash Ultimate did have a problem with leaks because that was a big part of its history, but no, I don't think that was ever a thing. I mean, some of the cutscenes that were in the game probably did end up getting leaked to some degree, but I don't think that could have shifted the entire development of the game, or at least the story mode.
I feel like I heard that somewhere, but I might be wrong.
I mean, Smash rumors, there's millions, so I don't blame you.
Let's not talk about the Grinch leaks.
God.
We're not even gonna talk about that.
That's
just
another
unlocked
episode.
You
Just leak
unlocked
culture in
such
general.
a memory for me. Oh my, I completely forgot about the Grinch leaks, but that was like,
I genuinely want to know how anyone actually fucking bought the idea that the goddamn Grinch was going to be in Smash Brothers.
that is not what the Grinch leaks were.
Really?
No. Okay, basically the validity that the Smash leaks was because they also had promotional material for the Grinch movie, the like animated one, and so they were like, oh, it has to be real.
Gotcha.
Well, again, that's for like a leak episode in the future. Either way.
Yeah, sorry. I just want. I had to
you're good.
clarify.
You're good. It's a very funny part of Smash's history, if not maybe also kind of a terrible one. Yeah. But like we have a story mode in Smash Ultimate, and again, like me and Guy are saying, it has a couple of cutscenes, but nowhere near the amount of love as Subspace Emissary. Because you had also like unique boss fights in it too. Like you got to fight Rayquaza at some point. You had like Porky from Mother 3 chasing you during one section, which is kind of funny to think about for US players because Mother 3 has still not been localized.
Yep. That's a thing that's happened.
Yep.
But
my thing is that like the World of Light, which is like the story mode of Ultimate, there are fun and good aspects of it. I just feel like there were too many nothing battles, because how it would work is you would collect spirits, and spirits are the replacement for trophies in Smash Ultimate. But the idea is that they give you a bonus effect that pertain to the spirit itself. It's usually a reference to something, but let's say it'll increase smash attack damage, or increase base attack damage, increase projectile damage, etc. Or free final smash at the beginning of the match, some insane shit like that. They kind of made it like an RPG where you would like constantly be upgrading yourself with spirits and creating like new spirit builds to like head on these new fights and everything. But the problem is that you could just use the same like really powerful spirits over and over again and not really change your strategy, which not that fun to me.
Also, it just got repetitive. Like with Subspace Emissary, you had unique enemies that you were fighting, like not playable characters that you already knew the movesets of. You had like unique enemies, some that were even just unique to Smash, like these crazy ones that had like a bunch of chopping blades and shit. But also you had platforming as well, like, you know, platform fighter. You don't really get that with Smash Ultimate story mode. You don't have a fun... The world you explore is just a bunch of CPU battles with spirits on, and then a couple of unique boss battles, which the boss battles are really fun, but they're few and far between. There's not a lot of them.
Okay, so with like World of Light, they had like really cool spirit fights. Like one of the ones that sticks in my brain is you would fight Shedinja, and Shedinja was a tiny little Game & Watch that was invincible to all projectiles and most moves, but once you hit it with, I think it was Smash Attack, a singular Smash Attack, it just died instantly.
If you hit it with any attack, it was like, the whole thing is that it was on 1 HP, so if you hit it with anything, it would die, but it'd get frequent bits of invulnerability, which I think it's super funny.
It's really cool, and it was like a very nice little nod. They had nods instead of like fully fledged models like they had in Subspace, but I think everyone here can agree that Subspace was just like peak Smash story mode.
Well, that and like also trophies are better than spirits for multiple reasons as well.
Yeah. As someone who is, I think it's very safe to say I've put the most amount of hours into World of Light. I can definitely say that Subspace is better.
Yeah, because also, like, with the spirits you collect as well, one thing I really hate that they didn't bring over from trophies, like, I understand why they didn't bring back trophies, like the 3D models, because that is a lot of extra work to do a bunch of 3D models for, like, 1,000 different characters. But at the same time, one aspect they didn't have to remove, they probably could have had just, like, another team write stuff for it. It's just a lot of the interesting and cool details you would find out about the characters through the trophies. Like, do you guys remember with like Smash 4 or any of the other Smash games, you get a trophy and they would tell you a bunch about the character, maybe the year, maybe the games they were from, and the year they were first created, like that type of stuff?
Yes.
Nope.
I do remember that.
Yeah, like they don't have that with spirits. Spirits, like, they'll have nice little nods to just like, oh, here's something cool the character did in their game. Or, oh, look, this one has a bomb equipped because this character exploded one time. Thank you, Sakurai. You're very clearly much a Metal Gear fan. But other than stuff like that, I can't find anything out about the characters. I see their name in a PNG, and they don't even, a lot of time... Do they even include the game they're from?
No.
I don't know. They include the series icon. I know they include the series icon.
If it's a series in the game, they give the series icon. If it's not, they don't.
Yeah, because I was about to say, like, a lot of the games in Smash Bros. That, like, don't have representation through characters don't have their series mentioned at all, which is crazy, because Smash has, like, probably the biggest crossover, not for just its characters, but all, like, the spirits, the music, the stages as well. Like, some people have done entire videos on, like, how many different crossovers there are in Smash, and it is absurd. The amount they have.
I think it's the biggest collaboration in all of like media.
I'm not gonna, Russo Brothers can fuck off with their Infinity Wars. That was the biggest. Like, do you guys remember that during the Game Awards?
No.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, no, I think it was actually still Reggie at the time, before we had boring old Doug Bowser. But he was saying Smash is like the biggest crossover of all time, and then Jeff Keighley's like, well, the Russo brothers would have something to say about that because they were actually in the crowd. I'm like, just no.
Oh,
These are characters of all the same universe that are just interacting now. I don't think that's a crossover compared to characters made by different companies and from different games, like all collaborating together.
Yeah, I will very much agree with that.
At the time, yes, but now it is very easily Fortnite.
Fortnite.
That is a game that is unlike any other. But Smash did it in a very cool way because they're actually like characters and not just skins. Like these companies all collaborated like willingly with like, hey, we're gonna give you our like for like Square Enix. They're like, we're gonna give you Cloud and Sephiroth, and we want you to give them a move set and like make them into an actual character, and that's like really cool.
Well, also just for like having to fight for the rights on that type of shit too, because like Square Enix had been stingy as hell before Sephiroth came out.
Yeah, and we also got Sora, which not only are you going to having to go through Square, you're also going to have to go through Disney to get.
Yeah, nah, Sora was a miracle for me in Smash. Like, I didn't care too much for him being a Smash because I haven't played Kingdom Hearts game yet, but I can still recognize like how amazing it is that he was the final character.
Yeah,
just because how much the fans wanted him, but also just like how improbable it seemed for him to be in Smash.
Man, that Sora reveal trailer still like it's still like just an incredible like trailer.
Oh god, I think that's a good transition because Smash has the hypest character reveal trailers.
Dude, I remember the Minecraft reveal trailer and just the fact that Sonic sent Mario to Minecraft.
The like, even though I had never seen much about Persona 5, when I saw that trailer without knowing that it was for Super Smash Brothers, I didn't even have to play Persona to know that was like one of the coolest reveal trailers I've ever seen. When he
Dude,
him, like,
goosebumps.
flipping the envelope around with the little Smash seal. It was just, oh, that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, and the reveal trailers do you know, there are definitely some that are better than others. Like, I think my personal favorites would have to be Sephiroth, Banjo and Kazooie, and Sora, just for like pure hype factor.
I think Sephiroth has the hypest Smash trailer.
Dude, when he literally just like slices the big bad of the game into two, like that's just incredible.
Well, also just the music too, the pacing.
I remember
Mario.
I remember watching that like a bunch of reactions to that trailer, and the amount of people who just did not. He wasn't even revealed. They just heard the music and then he started freaking out. I was like, that's just incredible.
Shout out the Hungry Box.
That was me, dude.
Oh, Sephiroth!
Yeah, I mean, One Winged Angel is just iconic.
I love that. I love that.
Like, even though the trailer did reference Advent Children, like, it was still really hype, so I'll give it a pass for referencing that shitty movie.
Yeah, and the trailer is also just like, you can tell that there's a lot of love and care put into the trailers, and that's something I can never say Smash doesn't do. It has love and care for the characters.
Yeah, it hasn't always been perfect, but they've done the best with managing 89 playable characters.
Yeah. But something I'd like us to move on to now is actually something that we brought up earlier, and that's the online.
One of the not good aspects of Smash.
Yeah, you know,
this is probably the worst part of Smash Ultimate. I'm gonna be real.
It is the worst part of Smash. Casuals or competitive players can all agree this is by far the worst aspect of Smash.
Yeah, and all I'll say is like we've been really glazing this game. But the online for Smash Ultimate is abysmal. Like, there's no a way around it. It sucks.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it does come down to like Nintendo Switch Online sucking complete ass as well. Because there's a lot of like great games that like really need online to function, like Splatoon 3, that are hampered by the fact that they're on the Nintendo Switch and managed by a company of old farts who have potatoes for servers.
Yep.
Because God, they cannot get online right.
Nope.
Smash
Um,
Ultimate, like, it's one of the last few modern fighting games where that it doesn't have rollback. And don't get me wrong, rollback is like typically the best. There are flaws with rollback, but like it is consistently like one of the better like netcodes for fighting games. So not only do we have a red flag there, but also the fact of the matter is that there will just be games where you will be running at like 2 frames per second because of how bad the Wi-Fi and servers are. Like it, I'm not even kidding about that.
You can have like consistent like 4 bar connection and it will still find a way to lag even with an Ethernet cable.
yeah. Um, and if you think about leaving because you don't want to sit there for 40 minutes having to deal with someone else's shitty internet, well, guess what? You can't do that because if you leave too many matches, you get banned for like a amount of time and you can't play.
Yeah, well
Yeah, no, that's terrible.
that too, and just like beyond the online itself being terrible, I think kind of like I think you guys, at least maybe Guy and Liam, well also Connor because you play a shit ton of Elite Smash, or
I did before I got
yeah,
fed
I think you guys can comment very well on just like the ranking system as well being. I mean, it's better than Smash 4, but that's not a high bar to clear.
Yeah.
The
Before we
GSP
go
system, I
on,
think, is honestly one of the worst ranking systems I've ever seen in a video game. I'm being so dead ass when I say that.
real quickly before we go on to like how bad the ranking system of Smash Ultimate is, Guy, could you elaborate on what rollback actually is? Because I feel like there's a
Okay,
lot
so
of
the
people
idea,
who don't.
I don't know like the specifics of rollback netcode or like
I
its
could, I could,
entirely,
I
but like
can, I can I can say I very clearly
go
what
for it,
it is.
Liam.
Okay, so rollback netcode, unlike delay based netcode, which is what Smash operates under, rollback netcode basically means where it will take your input and it will, if you're delayed by like 4 frames, it will go back 4 frames and uh go 4 frames into the future, predict what your next move is going to press, what the next thing you're logically going to press is, and then go back and instantly put it into your like input. So if you press a jump and you have 3 frames of rollback, uh, you'll instantly jump, but for your opponent, they won't see the start of the jump animation. They'll just see you instantly jump. And it has like problems and it doesn't work as well with Smash would benefit from rollback, but it's not as good as like a 2D like Street Fighter because there's a
Yeah.
lot more movement
Well,
going
I do
on.
want to imagine with Smash because they did mention in interviews they did actually try implementing rollback. The thing is, though, I imagine the reason they didn't fully implement it is because they probably were able to get it to work with 1v1s, but since they couldn't get it to work with like 8-player Ice Climber dittos or something, they didn't they didn't implement it because they couldn't get it under the worst circumstances. I mean, that's what I'm imagining. Is it hasn't been confirmed, but knowing the Smash team, like that's the reason Ice Climbers weren't in Smash 4 because the 3DS couldn't run it.
Yeah.
No, that's that is that is a thing, and I hate it because I mean rollback is not perfect. It is very flawed in especially like in a few areas, but like it's better than delayed netcode. And the thing is that like God, Smash Ultimate could use it. But away from that, talking about the ranking system, the GSP, the Global Smash Power, I think it's one of the worst ranking systems of all time.
Because there's no
How it works.
criteria. I like there's literally like no criteria on how much you win or lose.
You could get
With,
into Elite Smash by like just playing standard competitive rule set, or you could do like stamina with Fox on one stock.
yeah,
So
there's
how GSP works is like what it does is that it's going to match you around with players of similar GSP. And the idea is that they want you to fight people who are around your level. Okay, that sounds cool. We got a good start here. The problem is that no matter what, if you're playing online with random people, GSP is always going to be a factor. So there's no casual versus ranked mode, which would be fine for ranked mode, but it's not in casual, meaning that you can just, try to have fun online, but then you get like queued up with people who are not in of your skill range or like far below or far above. Not only that, but the problem with GSP is it. I hate to say this, it rewards the worst player.
Yeah,
And what do I mean by this? What do I mean by this? Well, the thing with GSP is that like it doesn't work by traditional like I want to say like good Smash ranking rules and like what do I mean by this? Let's just say you are on a very shitty router with a character that can kill very early and cheese people very efficiently. Go up against a player who is like 2 million GSP higher than you, who has a router that is very well unstable, but they might not have a character that has as much kill power as what you're playing.
A very technical character.
Yeah, technical character. Like let's say Sheik versus Bowser for say. That's an extreme example, but we're going to use that for this. The Bowser player, because of the lag, is going to be able to act more than usual with like with zero lag. And because of that, the Sheik, who has to put in more effort, could just completely get fucked over because of how the online system works. Meanwhile, the other player can just keep doing what he's doing, spamming like stupid options, and they kind of become either unpunishable or just too hard to deal with when they normally shouldn't be
mhm.
because of how bad the lag is. And not only that, but the GSP system is so ass in the sense of they try to set you up with people who are of similar skill level to you, but the problem is that because it's working in tandem with the Nintendo Online, you just get matched into people who have the worst routers ever and they don't get punished for it.
Yeah, and also because there's no difference between ranked and competitive, or like ranked and casual, then you could be like trying to like one match you could go against someone who's probably like 10 years old, and then the next match you could have someone who is just like who is like a competitive master or something like that. There's no difference in there.
One
Like
match you could go against Little Timmy, and the next you go against Guy Thomas.
Yeah.
true.
Hi.
Well, that too, and like I mentioned before, you don't always get the rule set you want. Like
Yeah,
that is the one positive Smash 4 had over it was the for fun and for glory. At the very least, your rule set was going to be consistent with that. But there are times when, like, I just want to play regular standard competitive rule set. 3 stock standard stages and time. And then you get for some reason get into 8-player 1 stock with full items on. And like
yeah,
I
And
did
that's
not
not even
choose.
the rule set that you put in. That is someone else's. And how the game works, it's not matching you with people uh who have the exact same rule set as you. It's matching you with people who have most likely the same rules as you.
yeah. It's like a 3 out of 4 thing usually.
Yeah, like it's certainly better than it was on launch day, but that's not saying a lot.
Yeah, and the reason I also hate GSP a lot, and as someone who has gotten every character into Elite Smash, which yes, I know, I also hate myself. Um, but as someone who's done that, the GSP system sucks because there were so many times where I would go on a huge winning streak, but I would not even get like a million GSP points, which you need at least 8 million, at least for base you would have needed 8 million to get into Elite Smash, which nowadays you have to have like 10 million within like
No, you
Smash.
have to have like 15 million. It's
Oh,
high.
yeah, yeah,
It scales off the amount of players. So like I think when like base ultimate just came out, because
it was,
obviously not everyone who plays Smash plays online. Like if you had a million GSP, you were considered good. I think, at least
yeah,
by Smash's
That's it. Yeah,
terms.
that's when you were into Elite Smash. And what Elite Smash is, it's the players who are in the top 10 percentage of GSP.
yeah. But the reason I hate it so much is because I would do all this winning and I'd be so good and I'd be beating all my opponents and I'd barely be getting any GSP. But then I would lose, and that like hour of progress of getting all those points would literally go down the drain, and I would lose a million from one loss. And
Especially when that loss is off of like a laggy Ganondorf on Great Cave Offensive or something.
yeah, exactly. And so it's like like sometimes it just doesn't feel like my fault for losing. I just got into either a bad connection or this person had a shitty rule set, and it's just like all that progress goes down the drain. and then there's the whole thing of like, oh well, you can't even leave. Like if I'm going against like a Ganondorf or a, God forbid, a Samus who's a laggy Samus who's camping the corners, I can't leave because if I leave, then there's a chance that I get banned.
Yeah, well, that and also like I think compared to a lot of other fighting games or just other online games in general, you can't see the other person's netcode to be like, hey, maybe I shouldn't play against them.
Yeah, and you don't even get a choice against your opponent. Like once you're locked in with an opponent, you're locked in. You can't deny the fact that you're fighting your opponent. You can't do anything like that. And that's something I really have to give to Street Fighter 6 is that not only can you see the person's connection, but you can also just deny the fact that you want to fight against them if you're not feeling it. Which I really wish with Smash Ultimate there was something like that.
Yeah, I mean, because there's cases where like, yeah, if you rage quit, you probably should be punished, but not if you just want to be like, hey, I'm a dip because this ain't looking good, chief.
Yeah, and it's like I've been here for 40 minutes and we're both still on three stocks because we're moving at 1 frame a second. I don't want to do this, but I can't leave because then I'll get banned.
Yeah, it's just
no.
it's very unfortunate.
That's the unfortunate side of Smash Ultimate online, because like playing online with your friends is so much fun, and I'm glad we live in a world where like we can do it. It's just the problem is they've made attempts to try and fix the online netcode, and don't get me wrong, it's a lot better than what it was. It's just not it's not up to standard, which is where I would like it to be.
It's a fundamental thing with their netcode that I don't think they can ever fix unless they make a new game.
Hmm.
Yeah, they need to completely rehaul the online
Because
system for it to be fixed.
there have been other games that have gone from delayed to rollback, and like they can be good, but they usually have a ton of problems. So it's just
Yeah,
like a thing of like you've gotta you've gotta build it from scratch, and that's what I'm hoping the next game they're like put a lot higher emphasis on good netcode, because that's where 90% of people play nowadays.
it's like a house. If like you can put as many like different things on it, you can have pretty wallpaper, you can have all this really nice stuff with the decorations and stuff like that. But if the foundation is fundamentally broken or flawed, then the house is just gonna crumble.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty
it's
much.
yeah, like it sucks too because I love doing multiplayer Smash with you guys, like especially when we've done it in person. It's great, it works
In
good.
person,
But
in person,
when we try online,
it sucks. Like the Smash Online was literally so bad that we literally created our own character called Laggy Yoshi and made him an anime protagonist for
oh
a
my
bit.
god, yeah, I would have Yoshi and it would lag bad, so I'd be like, it's time for the laggy Yoshi arc, everybody.
It was literally like a shonen protagonist just coming out of his training
His
arc.
training arc is mashing the A button.
Yeah, exactly. That I miss that era, but I'm also kind of glad it's gone.
Yeah.
Bro
But
did not like Yet Laggy Yoshi. Holy shit.
no, I loved Laggy.
He loved the character, he didn't love fighting it.
Yes, I love the idea of Laggy Yoshi. I hate the character. I hate
Well, I
fight.
think you hate the pilot, me.
Yeah, I hate the pilot, but I love the idea of Laggy
Because I
Yoshi.
would be the most obnoxious Yoshi player when he started lagging.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, no, like I want to move away to more positive stuff because like online is mostly negative, but I want to talk about the personalized classic modes in Smash Ultimate. I think this is like one of the most detail-rich parts about the game, and it's so fucking cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like how do we put this? Every character has something called a classic mode, which is pretty much a run where your opponent, where your character will be going up against um I want to say a modified run where it's tailor made to the character, to where it's usually a big reference to the series that they're from. So like a really good example is Joker from Persona. His classic mode sees him fight different characters who represent the Phantom Thieves from Persona 5. And then at the very end, he fights all of the past characters that you just fought to represent like the Phantom Thieves. And I think there's like a few There's a few others I think in that run that like it's like Game and Watches, like small Game and Watches that represent like the shadows, the enemies in the game, which I think are cool. Or Sephiroth, which his one's the best one in my opinion, where you just fight every boss fight in the game in like one run. It's so sick.
Another good one is Ryu, who literally just goes through the Street Fighter 2 story mode, where he just goes to every single nation and fights like in America, in like he just fights all the other Street Fighter characters, and it's really sick. And then I think the final match is just against Ken.
Yeah, the one thing I will say for classic modes is that a lot of times it kind of feels like they cop out, because a lot of times at the end it's just like Master Hand or Crazy Hand, and it feels like a cop out.
Yeah, other times they'll give a boss that like matches accordingly. Like, you know, the Belmonts get to fight Dracula, Kirby
Or
to fight Marks.
Or Mario fights Giga Bowser.
Yeah, yeah. Other times though, it's like, bro, you couldn't have done like a little more work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think for the most part, I think they're really well done, because like they're usually like pretty niche references too, but I think that they work.
Yeah. Something I will say is that I am sad that in the classics modes you never fight Gleam or Darkon, which I feel like that could have been a really cool thing to do for some fights, for some like classic modes, especially since they are really, I really like their fights. I think their fights are really fun in the story mode.
Hell
Yeah.
I want to ask, what's y'all's favorite classic modes?
I can't really remember
Ryu.
mine.
It's been so long since I've touched them. I think I enjoyed Piranha Plants a lot.
I really like I just can't remember any off the top of my head, but
It's
I
been
really
so
like,
long since I've touched classic mode.
I really like, oh man, there is one classic mode where you have like a co-op partner throughout the entire thing, but I can't remember what it is for the life of me.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. I forget what it is, but like I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but I really like a lot of the references they do with fights in the game. I do agree with Ruru. I wish that, you know, like we would get more straight up like just nods and stuff like that with trophies or something. But like one of my new favorite fights is a spirit fight against Medusa from Kid Icarus, where you team up with Dark Pit as a CPU. And after having played Kid Icarus Uprising, I love the reference so much. I think it's really fun.
Oh yeah. I love me some Kid Icarus.
Yeah,
Please port on Nintendo.
we need to do a Kid Icarus Uprising video soon.
Oh yeah.
For the future, don't worry about it.
Yeah, but I think we should. I feel like we're getting to that point. Is there anything we want to talk about before we wrap up?
I feel
Well, I was
like
gonna say end off on just how it's a celebration of gaming, you know?
I feel like we didn't talk enough about some of the more casual stuff, like silly
Items.
rule sets, items, all of that. That's like a big part of the game,
Yeah,
Fair enough. I think we should talk about that.
and we can keep it short.
something we'll keep this short, but like with I really like how items in the game work, because a lot of them, like especially assist trophies and Pokeballs, they are just very literally just like huge references. I really like the assist trophies more because, you know, they're actually referencing other franchises instead of just Pokemon references. Like with assist trophies, you can get Guile, you can get Rathalos, you can get Shadow the Hedgehog. Like there's just so many different characters you can pull from the assist trophies. I mean, you can get freaking Shovel Knight of all out of the assist trophy item.
I love all of the items because they're almost all references to other games, and like even franchises that like don't get any items, it's fun to see like Cloud Strife throwing a blue shell at Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like it's
So
just
funny.
The serious Sephiroth ate some spicy curry and now his mouth is on fire.
Like
Yeah.
they're just such a fun addition, especially when like you play the game super casually with like hazard on stages, which turns some stages into just like the most fun little mini games. Like one of my absolute favorite stages in the entire game is Gamer, the WarioWare stage with Mom in the background, and she like will like come out and like look at the stage, and if you get hit, you get like stopped, and it adds like a very cool little game plan of trying to like knock your opponent into her sight to get like a free stun into hopefully a kill. And it's like it's just cool to like play the game. You can play the game in any way you want. You can make it like the most unserious or serious like thing in the world, and no matter what, there's no wrong way to play the game, and I think that's so cool. And this is completely off topic, but I just wanted to like real quickly comment on this. Smash Bros is the entire reason that F-Zero and Star Fox is alive, and I just want that to be like acknowledged that those two franchises do not really exist outside of Smash Bros right now,
which sucks.
It's a sad thing to say, but it is true that those
especially Star Fox. Like I really hate that Star Fox is just sort of a dead franchise outside of Smash now.
Because when was the last
Star
time
Fox Zero
anything
was not great, but it at least deserves another shot, maybe.
It's insane to me that those franchises have just been like forgotten to time. Like there are people out there who only know Captain Falcon as a Smash character, or only know as the like Spaceys as Smash characters, and I bet you there's people out there that think they're just Smash original characters.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of their moves and stuff are were Smash original to some degree.
Well, Captain Falcon literally is a Smash character. He didn't really have anything besides being like the pilot of the Blue Falcon before Smash.
Yeah, his Falcon punch and stuff came like later in like some comics and I think animated stuff, but like I don't think it's never actually been in a game.
Yeah, because you're not fighting as Captain Falcon.
You're never outside of the Blue Falcon in F-Zero games because it's a racing game.
Yeah, but hey, but at least we got F-Zero 99.
Kill yourself.
I mean, I'm happy they at least did that for it, because F-Zero 99 was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a funny story with that, and Liam.
I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what it is. I love you, Eli.
I hate this so much because I had heard the leaks of like like for the direct that game was announced. I heard the leaks of like new Donkey Kong game, new F-Zero game, shit like that, and I didn't believe it at first. I was like, okay, cool, sure, and then like they showed the initial trailer for like F-Zero. Like F-Zero 99, I thought we were getting a new game in the series or a remaster or something. I was like, oh my fucking god, we're getting F-Zero. I'm so excited. Guys, you have no idea how excited I am for this. And then they revealed F-Zero 99, and like Liam just saw like the biggest smile on my face turn into like a frown of sorrow. Like there's nothing else that could describe it.
It was very funny too when like people were hyping up a new Donkey Kong game.
And
only for it to be like Mario versus Donkey Kong, the mini series.
I hated that so much.
I remember that direct being like the biggest letdown for a lot of people. Like my friend Eli, who's a Captain Falcon main in Smash Bros, was like, "Dude, new F-Zero," and then immediately just went, "Fuck! It's a battle royale."
Yeah, it's
realist reaction.
We could have an entire episode on Nintendo Directs and just letdowns from them and hype moments from them. But yeah, it's sad that F-Zero and Star Fox are dead franchises now.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll get some.
Yeah.
Well, that and Punch Out as well. Punch Out's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to play the Wii game for Punch Out. It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I have the Wii game. I wish they would port it, like, so I didn't have to bust out the Wii U anytime I wanted to play it.
Especially when you get to fight Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love all the references you can get with like just everything in the game. Like I mean, we didn't even really talk about all the stages and all the references there within the stages, especially like the DLC stages where, like with Persona 5, you can see the Phantom Thieves in the background, or the Byleth stage where you can see a lot of the classmates or the students that you teach in the background too in certain parts of the stage.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we were if we could make like an entire 3-hour video on just all the Smash references we could think of, and we would still probably need more time to go over them.
Yeah, exactly.
There's just a lot in this game. It's insurmountable, if anything. Like, I don't think they're going to be able to replicate a game like this ever again with the amount of resources and time it took.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only way to get like even more content is literally just like make another DLC pass or something. They're
Yeah, but
not gonna
that's-
match this ever again.
Yeah, because like when you can't really do the idea for Smash Ultimate again, at least in the Smash franchise, because it's like once you do Everyone is Here once, you can't really do it again.
Yeah.
It's
That
sort
does-
of. I know Brewer's gonna hate this sort
No,
of analogy.
I was gonna say, I think this leads to an interesting question as well. I think everyone has their own opinions on this. For the Switch 2, would you want new Smash game or like updated Ultimate?
I would like a new Smash.
New
game.
one. I'm fine with losing some characters in order to get like
New
an
Smash game.
updated engine.
I guess I'm
Yeah.
the odd one out then, because like as a more casual player, I kinda just want more characters
Well, I
in
mean,
Smash Ultimate.
I'm also a casual player, Brewer.
We're different casual players.
My thing is with I want a new Smash game because I want to see like Liam has 100% sold me on the idea of just having another Smash game, but it being a very big overhaul of all the characters and like actually having characters that represent their series and stuff like that. Like Liam has fully sold me on that idea, and not just from this. We've talked about this a lot, and Liam's
Yeah,
Liam's
I mean,
told me that.
beyond the conversation we're having now, we've had many discussions and many nights about this.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't even talked about like cutting roster. Like there are so many videos of like people cutting the rosters of Smash Ultimate and seeing like and stuff like that.
My favorite thing about all of those videos is like they're like, oh, Pokemon, all of them gotta stay, but Fire Emblem, take out
Nope.
like 7 of them.
Yeah, and like I've sort of thought of we could do our own, but I just don't think it would not be a short video. But if we were to do if I were to cut a roster, I would definitely try to keep equal amounts of Pokemon in Fire Emblem, because I'm just gonna say it now, dude. Jigglypuff does not need to be in Smash. Pichu does not need to be in Smash. Even if they have their fans, like if we're going pure representation, those two characters do
I mean,
not need to
Pichu's
be.
arguable. Jigglypuff's kind of iconic at this point.
I still feel like Jigglypuff, if we're going pure representation,
Jigglypuff is also one of those characters that I think Smash has like popularized. Like, you can't have a game without rests. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that and also
was one of
Jigglypuff's
the
always
original
been
12
very.
characters, you know?
Jigglypuff's always been popular in anime as well. I think that's a big reason why
instead
Jigglypuff
of like
was added.
Jigglypuff, maybe like a Lucario or like a. I hate to say it, but you take Incineroar out. He was like a
I would
fun.
be fine losing the furries.
I would also hate to. I'd also say I hate to say this, but I'd also be fine with losing Greninja. As much as I love Greninja, he's one of my favorite Pokemon, but I would be fine with losing him.
Keep Pokemon Trainer
All
definitely.
right, we
love
said
that
we
concept.
weren't gonna go into this, so
Yeah,
we shouldn't.
We should start wrapping up.
Well, I think before that, instead of like cutting characters, this is a question that's always sparked so much debate, and I had so much fun talking to my friends in high school about this. Who do you guys want in Smash Bros?
Oh, I can say
I
that
already know.
'Cause I have
easily.
so many.
Easy.
I've got 3, but I'll let you guys go first.
I'm gonna pick
Number 1, Dante, without a doubt.
me. Number 1, Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil. I would kill for that character. I'm gonna do a number 2 because I can. Number 2, I want I can't talk. I want Waluigi. I'm that guy.
Dude, I'm same. I'm same.
You're so based.
I have a Waluigi amiibo on my shelf.
He's also you always as long as I've known you, you've had a Waluigi profile picture.
Oh yeah,
So-
on Discord.
You're not autistic like us and have to change your profile every 2
Yeah,
weeks.
anytime we get a new hyperfixation,
I think I've like changed my name once, and I'm probably gonna change it back soon.
yeah, you changed it to Elden Lord once you beat Elden Ring, and that's it. That's all you've done.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Oh man, I think. Guy, who do you want in Smash?
You already said
Okay,
you wanted.
I
Dante.
said Dante,
I mean, who else though?
but
Oh.
there's someone else that I think you might not have thought about them, but once I say them, you're gonna be alongside me. I want the Hunter from Monster Hunter.
Dude, that's
into
literally
Smash.
like one of my top ones. I was so disappointed we did
I
not get a
remember-
Hunter, even though we had Rathalos as a boss.
Yeah, I remember. I remember we talked about this like maybe a week or two ago. Like, I would kill to have a hunter character from Monster Hunter and have them function sort of like Inkling does, where all their moves are like different weapons that you use in the game.
Yeah, I think that, or like if Byleth had been replaced for Monster Hunter and like the using a bunch of different physical weapons, that would have worked.
Like, have a neutral be like a bow gun or a bow, and like just stuff like that. I feel like that could be really cool.
And then you could have like their side beat be kind of like a pierce, kind of like Corrin pin with like a lance or a gun lance.
Smash
Yeah.
attacks with hammer and charge blade.
down B,
That'd be so-
down B
Up
can
smash be the
great
hammer
sword.
upswing. That'd be so sick.
Dude,
And
that'd be
literally
so
the nair could just be dual blades. Like that'd
And
be
down-
such an easy. That'd be such an easy nair.
and hear me out. Down B, bomb barrel.
Oh yeah,
That'd
gotta
be
represent
awesome.
some of the item use of Monster Hunter. That made
What if
me,
you had an item mechanic?
well, not a
Yeah.
whole mechanic. I'm thinking just to kind of represent some of that little. I'd honestly argue
I
down B
think-
should be another weapon just to represent the sheer variety of weapons there are in Monster Hunter. But
Dude,
I'd be fine with the barrel bomb.
There could be a different up B if you're in the air and if you're on the ground. If you're on the ground, it's
Insect
it's
glaive.
insect glaive, but if you're in the air, it's like
Grappling hook.
grappling hook.
Yeah, or you had
probably.
wire bugs and Rise.
Like,
Yeah.
there's just so much you can pull from with Monster Hunter. I think what's really funny is that I think 3 out of the 4 characters we have said, or maybe 3 out of the 5 characters we have said are Capcom characters.
It's crazy because I was about to add another Capcom character in like Phoenix Wright. They can do it in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. They can do it in Smash.
Yeah, they can do it in Smash.
Because Phoenix Wright is iconic enough. He is the guy.
All right, I guess it's my turn, and I'm gonna give a top 3, and I'm gonna break the mold by not listing Capcom characters. My number 1 most wanted character, even though I know it's probably never gonna happen, is the Knight from Hollow Knight.
That'd be so cool.
That's a solid choice.
He is a character that I feel like is built for Smash because he literally has almost a Smash moveset in his abilities. Up air or up smash can be the like abyssal screech, down air or down B can be the dive move. You've got a neutral B with the shades shoot. Aerials, he literally has aerials in the games with his nail. Smash attacks can be the charge moves that you learn. His grounded up B could be like the charge spin blade you can do, sort of like Link, but you could move it like you can in the game. Like, there's just a lot you can do with. I feel like you could do with the Knight from Hollow Knight. My second most wanted pick would have to be Shantae, and I know we've already got a Shantae Mii fighter, but I think Shantae could work really well in Smash, especially with the transformation gimmick into animal
Yeah,
form.
I'm at least glad they recognize the amount of people that want Shantae, because she's always been like at least somewhat decently popular in the polls.
Yeah,
Even alongside like big characters that did get in, like K. Rool and Sora.
yeah. And then my third character that I want the most, and I actually do think this one could happen, would be Doomslayer from.
Dude, I
Doom.
want Doomslayer so bad as well.
Doomslayer would be so sick.
Instead of Doomslayer, I want Master Chief.
Master Chief's also a really good pick. I
I
just think-
understand the Doom, but I would be honest, we've already got technically an Xbox character with
Banjo.
Banjo, even though it's made by Rare, but Microsoft had to give the okay. So Master Chief could actually, I think Doom is also now owned by Microsoft.
Doom is now under Microsoft too.
So it could
There's a lot
happen.
of stuff under Microsoft is the issue. There's also Minecraft as well. You know, it's just the
true.
the small indie game.
Yeah, but
Now
I
that I think about it, Minecraft is like technically, I think, the only indie game playable character. Like it started
yes.
indie, it's obviously much bigger than indie now because the AAA team works on it.
yeah.
But it'd be nice to see it's an actual indie character become full fledged. Like I always wished Shovel Knight would have made it in as a full fledged character versus an
Yeah.
assist trophy.
But I will say I am glad that
Sans.
we do have a lot of indie rap in the game. We've got Shovel Knight, we've got Sans, we've got Cuphead. Like there's a bunch.
It was very funny when Sans got more cheers than like Terry Bogart's full trailer.
Yeah, but with Sans,
It is Sans.
That
was very funny.
It is like, because you know they're gonna have more first party reps, and like every single one except for, funnily enough, Waluigi are all third parties. But that just goes to show that like this is a game that celebrates other games just as much
Are you
as
talking about
its own
assist trophies?
company. No, I'm talking about characters. We all wanted all the characters that we've
Oh, all the characters
said,
we wanted.
except for Waluigi, are all like third parties. But it just
Well, actually, I
goes to
haven't
show,
mentioned
like,
some of the characters I wanted yet, besides like Phoenix Wright.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, tell us.
Tell us, yeah.
Okay, so first one, I'm gonna be fucking shameless as hell, and guys about to dog me for this. I want Noah and Mio.
no, I want Noah and Mia too. I think they could work super well.
Especially with the fun Ouroboros mechanic in there as well.
I would love. I mean, I feel I would
I'm
not
assuming
be
this
surprised.
is Xenoblade.
Xenoblade
Yes.
3.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if we got Xenoblade 1 in Smash 4, we got Xenoblade 2 in Smash Ultimate. I would not be surprised if the next Smash game, and there's going to be another Smash game. They're not going to end the series.
They're probably going to capitalize on Smash in some way with Switch 2.
Yeah, so there is going to be another Smash game, no matter what form that takes. But I would not be surprised if we get Noah and Mio in the next Smash game.
Or that, or maybe Elma because of the Xenoblade X Definitive Edition. Who knows? Either
Yeah.
way, I love Xenoblade. 3 is my favorite. I want Noah and Mio in the game.
Yeah, I feel like those could be really fun characters.
After that, another Nintendo rep, but this one I think you guys can maybe agree with me more on because it's especially a weird one. I want a Rhythm Heaven rep, like maybe the Coors Kids or maybe like Karate Joe, but
That'd
That
be
would be
so
fun.
funny.
It'd be
That would be
really
fun.
funny. Unfortunately, I don't think it's ever happening. If it does, oh please, like I will be coming. But like,
yeah, like I don't think it will happen, especially because Nintendo still has not remastered Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix.
Yeah,
or made a
And-
new one.
Yeah, that as well. They've kind of abandoned Rhythm Heaven. I hate it.
and here's something I want. I want more Zelda reps that are not Link's, Zelda's,
Give
or
me Impa.
Ganondorf's.
Give me Impa.
I want an Impa. I want Impa so bad. I don't care if it's like the more like. I don't care if it's like super badass warrior like Ocarina of Time or the more like ninja sort of style of Breath of the Wild. I want an Impa so bad.
Yeah, that or like some other cool villains as well. Maybe even like Skull Kid. That I think he'd be cool as well.
Skull Kid, Impa, Vati, like I
Girahim.
want more.
Girahim
Girahim would be sick. I mean, he's already an assist trophy.
Yeah,
Like,
but so is Skull Kid.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, if they're already assist trophies, they can make them into characters.
I mean,
I-
with Little Mac.
Yeah, exactly.
Little Mac
Like-
was assist trophy in Brawl.
Yeah, I would just love to see more Zelda rep that isn't a Link or a Zelda or Ganondorf.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I feel like we can finally wrap up. We've been saying it a
No,
lot.
I got 5 more things.
No, but
I want Goku in Smash. No, I'm kidding. I don't want Goku in Smash.
I want Goku in Smash. I don't.
Yeah, no, Dragon Ball's cool and all, but please keep anime out of Smash.
yeah, I think Sakurai has confirmed once that he is only going to be doing video game reps.
Yeah,
not-
no, I'd like to keep it that way because even though there's a lot of anime characters that are characters from other media I love, Smash is supposed to be a celebration of gaming.
Yeah, Um, but I guess we can go in with our closing thoughts now. And I think if it's alright with all of you, can I go first?
Go for it.
All right. So to say that Smash Ultimate, as corny as it is, changed my life would be a very big understatement. I literally would not be in the same place as I am now if it was not for this game. This game is the reason why me and Guy are so close, because I would play with him a lot in classes we shared together in high school, and I literally helped him set up a tournament at our old school one
Shout
time.
out to the Greystone local! Holy shit, you're right!
Yeah, and that is one of my favorite memories, because I remember we were playing against each other in a set, and I did lose because has just always been better at me in the game. But I remember you were playing Pyramithra and I was Ridley. You hit me with a move that I was like at 200% and it would have killed, but I teched it and you just screamed out, "Holy shit!" and in the cafeteria, and it was so funny.
Oh yeah, and our teachers were there too. That's funny.
Yeah, and I remember after when I won like one of the match, like I think it was Mr. Dry, and he came up and he's like, "Yo, good job for beating Guy."
Damn, even his
We love
teachers hated
Mr.
Guy.
Dry.
Yeah, but like this game has changed my life, because I would not be on this podcast if it wasn't for me interacting with Guy all those times for Smash. And just the amount, and just the games I've played. Like I would never have played Xenoblade if it wasn't for Smash, because I remember the reason I played Xenoblade is because the YouTuber Alpharad, whenever the definitive edition got announced, he was like, "Play this game." And I wouldn't have watched him if I hadn't watched his Smash videos. I would not be a fan of like just all of these franchises like Persona or Xenoblade or Pikmin if it wasn't for Smash. So again, to say this game has changed my life would be super correct, and honestly an understatement, because I would definitely not be in the position I am today if it wasn't for this game. So as much as I will sometimes hate it, and as many times as I'll say that it doesn't do things well, I cannot it holds a very special place in my heart, and it will never leave that spot, and it will never leave that spot in my heart.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, like, Smash is a very special game to all of us in here. I mean, hell, guy's a president of a club for it.
Yeah.
Killing myself. Alright, who wants to go next?
Would you like to go, Liam?
I mean, I can. I probably got into Smash the latest out of people here. I didn't really have a Switch until I started college, and even then, I barely played. But once I got to started college, I fell in love with the game. I've built a community of friends around playing this video game. That is how I met Guy here, was through playing a video game through Smash Ultimate. And I would not have the friends I have. I would not be the person I am, and I would not be as happy as I am without Smash Ultimate, without the people that I've met through this video game. So to say that it is one of the most important games in my life it's true. It is one of the most important games of my life, even outside of being a video game. And I think that is something that not many games can I can say have had an effect on me like Smash Ultimate has, because of the community I've built around Smash Ultimate. So I'm forever grateful to this game, and it will forever hold a special place in my heart for what it's done for me in the real world. And as a game, I could not have asked for a nicer game, because when it came out, man, I wanted a Switch so badly just for this game, because I played the crap out of Smash 4 and it looked like better Smash 4, and it is better Smash 4 by a long shot. And man, if I could go back and play the game when it first came out and have that bright new outlook on the game, and be excited to see all the characters, all the updates, I would go back in a heartbeat. It's one of the best games of all time.
Nah, man, great points, Liam. Guy, you mind if I go next? I feel like it'd be fitting if you ended it off.
Go for it, man.
All right, so Smash Ultimate is one of my favorite games of all time. I'm not great at it. I'm not going to pretend like I am, but I absolutely just love every bit of the game. It is not perfect. No game is, and Smash does have some damning flaws, but even then, there's a reason it sold 35 million copies, and I feel like it deserves that. Because, like, it has an incredible roster of characters. It's one of the biggest crossovers of all time. I mean, yeah, you can argue Fortnite is up there now too, but I think the pure passion Smash has with how they do their crossovers is not going to be matched for a while still. I love the differences and how it in its system versus traditional 2D fighters, especially the amount of games I've gotten inspired off of Smash's just very unique combat. And there's so much I could gush about in the game, because like I remember like always being hyped for what characters would be revealed, seeing my favorites get in, seeing some characters I didn't know about show new games to me that now are some of my favorite games of all time. But I think the biggest thing too is just like all the people I've played Smash with. I've always just had such a great time. I loved playing with my brothers when I was younger, but then too, similar to Connor and Liam, I mean, I played with everyone here in the podcast and some others. So I've had always just a great time with my friends, especially when we like hang out in person. There's always like a very high chance we boot up Smash. Everyone, we do free for all, and we pick random, and then we all have fun, especially when someone ends up with a character they don't usually like to use, because again, all the characters are fun. I mean, some of them more than others, but like still, even when I get characters I don't know Jack should have had to use, like Pac-Man, I still have a fun time, you know? Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, Smash Ultimate's a great game. Not perfect, but I cannot recommend it enough.
Hell yeah. Guess it's my turn. Alright. What can I say that hasn't been said about Smash Ultimate already? This is one of the best games I have ever played. Every time I play Smash, I have a fun time, no matter what. Even if, like, I'm not doing the best, I lose in terms of, like going into a set, or I lose, like, just casual matches. It doesn't matter because I'm having fun. The amount of variety that is included with this game, I think, is insane. The amount of ways to play it, I think, is unlike no other. The cast is so well thought out, for the most part, and extremely fun to play. Like Brewer said, even though, like, okay, sometimes I get a character I'm not familiar with, I'm still having fun, no matter what. Fuck, I'm the president of a club at my college for this fucking game. Like, that's how important it is to me. And, like, God, what can I say? Like, I would not have been friends, or at least as close friends, with these guys in here and people outside of the podcast if it wasn't for fucking Smash Ultimate. Liam, I'm so glad you mentioned that earlier, because, like, dude, I didn't realize how important that moment would be of you watching me play Kazuya for the first time at an Ultimate tournament, because, dog, you and the other people here are some of my best friends, and it's like Smash Ultimate has helped me from.
Oh my god, the friendship started off with Kazuya.
It started
okay.
off with Kazuya.
Wait, I wouldn't tell the story. It was my first ever like Smash tournament that like I had been to. I had just gone 0-2, of course, and I was like, man, I'm really bored just watching people play. I'm gonna go see if there are like any friendly setups. And there are these two people in the back, like very far back, far removed from everyone else. And I go over and I just see guy performing the Kazuya Infinite on this poor soul Alston. And I go up to him and I said, "You know how to do the Kazuya Infinite?" And he goes, "Yeah, pull up a chair and watch me do it." And then he does it, and then that was it. That was the start of the friendship.
Did I actually say that?
I said you can do the Kazuya Infinite, and then you said yes. Watch this, and then proceeded to do the Kazuya Infinite.
Think about it.
God, that sounds like me.
That is the
Holy
craziest
shit.
butterfly effect, because if Guy didn't learn how to do the Kazuya Infinite, we would be in a very different timeline.
Yeah.
Guy
That is
practicing the
insane.
Kazuya Infinite to piss people off.
ended up to him meeting me into one of like a very good and awful semester for me, but we won't talk about how it was awful. We'll just talk about how I met
Oh yeah,
Guy.
you're right. Oh, poor Liam. I'm so sorry,
I mean,
buddy.
meeting Guy is a blessing and a curse, you know.
I mean, I've It's a double-edged sword is what I'll call it. But yeah, no,
Damn.
this video game allowed me to meet one of like my best friends. So I'm very thankful to
Hell
this
yeah.
game.
I love you too, buddy. I love all y'all here. But yeah, no, that's just how important Smash Ultimate is. What can I say? Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Like and subscribe if you like content like this and want to see more of it, and comment down below what some of your favorite parts of Smash Ultimate are, what characters you play, etc. There's a lot to this game. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. We've been FetchQuest, and this has been Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.